Mute your mic during video calls when you're not speaking. I don't care if this has been said before. Most countries have been in a lockdown for at least a month now. But still people I video call with still don't mute their mic, and the larger the group the worse it gets. It means that everyone hears so much echo and background noise. It means that we just keep on getting cut off by your dog barking, any noise in your house, and everyone has to wait a minute before we can continue. Please mute your mic when you're not speaking. TL, Doctor, I am angry. Mute your mic. Edit, I can't spell plus just reread it. I sound really angry plus this should probably be in a different subreddit. Sorry plus this shouldn't have this many upvotes plus I now just use push to speak.
Lots of bad conference calls in the last month. We had a class going on and one dumb motherfucker was crunching chips while mic on. Was just about 10 seconds but it got on all my nerves. I was in a meeting where the host clearly didn't want to use this power as it limited the ability for the audience to participate. In the end, the power was used because there were too many who didn't self-mute. Given there were approximately 100 people in this meeting, I'm sure there was a significant number who wouldn't regardless of instruction, those who couldn't figure it out, and those who were AFK as signing into the meeting indicated attendance. I can't even begin to express how many of online lectures for me have started with professors expressing surprise that everyone on call is muted and then proceeding to unmute everyone one by one. This one chick was ordering Chinese food while on our class video call, super annoying and loud. Then she drove with a full car and people talking in it. Then we had the pleasure of listening to her eat the Chinese food at home. The entire time she had her mic on and the entire time she kept interrupting other people to ask questions that weren't relevant to class. I can't. One of my husband's colleagues not only does not get this, she also doesn't get that she shouldn't have the TV or radio on in the background while in a video meeting. So everyone else is trying to have their meeting and all you can hear is all the background noise. Common sense doesn't exist. I was in a call the other day where the host unmuted everyone for Q&A, and somebody was definitely watching Parks and Rec. He immediately re-muted everyone. Zoom etiquette, don't talk over anyone, use go ahead. When collisions happen, mute yourself if you don't plan on talking to prevent background noise. I have at least 4 calls per day between clients, sales, and production. Every call is filled with dog barks, car doors opening, email notifications, secondary phones ringing, people speaking over each other and mass confusion as to whose turn is it to speak. My favorite has been someone watching a Star Wars marathon in the background. There was a lull as a PowerPoint was being loaded and the distinct sound of a lightsaber being unleashed. We were taking bets on which episode and who was watching movies while working. Needless to say, Vice Pres gets on the horn and reminds everyone today is a work day and to mute your phones when not speaking. Hilarious. What gets me are people that don't seem to understand that there is a slight delay in the audio, especially since I also have to unmute before I start talking. They ask a question, you start responding, but they just start talking again, usually just elaborating on the question that you're already trying to answer. I know silence can be uncomfortable for some of you people, but if you want an answer, you need to shut up long enough that I can give you one. Sincerely, someone who is at the end of their damn rope with the constant teleconferences. Honestly, a lot of people should mute their mic when they're trying to speak, too. Boss, alright, looks like we covered everything, everyone have a good person who hasn't spoken at all. I have a ridiculous question about something we covered in detail over 40 minutes ago. This isn't a life pro tip, it's the first tooltip you see on the loading screen, damn it. I get your anger. The rebel in me is saying to play rap, metal, EDM in the background, call your siblings over and start a fight between them, like give them a $10 bill and tell them need to split it but you also want a chocolate bar, and then start vacuuming in the hallway, opening to the bedroom door. And just pretend like it doesn't bother you. Wait for them to mute you back.